Hello, everyone. This is Dorcas Chandler at dorcasgazelle.com. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday weekend and I hope you stay safe. I just want to come back and wish you all a happy New Year's and talk a little bit about the taping that I had done a couple weeks ago. I got a lot of response from that video and a lot of positive response. And I'm so glad that I can share my life with you and encourage someone to be better. And that's the whole reason why I do what I do as far as sharing my life stories. And I talked about Color Me Different. And I would like to continue on with that series, Color Me Different. But today I want to deal with it in a different way. I want to talk about celebrating differences. Color me different, celebrate differences. Because I talked about how that crayons have a whole lot of different colors in them, and it depends on the box size you get. But if you take those crayons and you put them together, or you have someone that's very skillful and know how to draw and use crayons or use paint, it can make a beautiful picture. And so, what happens with me a lot of times, or because I've been doing a lot of research, is I need to deal with negative thinking and negative self talk. Negative thinking is things that we go around in our mind, and things is could be in our subconscious. It could be because of things that we've learned. It could be a learned behavior. It can also be something that we just keep hearing somebody say negative things about us. Have you ever had people say negative things about you? I'm sure all of us have. But sometimes we take those negative things and we take them to heart. And when we take these things to heart, then we will begin to meditate on negative things that people say and cause us to miss out on who we are because we have or because we are different. There's nothing wrong with being different. And when Christmas Day, and I was laying there I think I was here in my office or in my bedroom, I got to thinking about that. There's nobody the same. So all of us are different. But what makes the difference stand out in some people's lives than in others? Could it be because of what people are saying about us? Could we just focus on other people more than what we're doing in life and be missing everything that we're supposed to be doing because of negative talk? And not negative self talk, because I'm going to talk about that, but things that people say about us. That has in the past meant a lot to me. What people are saying about me. And basically, it has a lot to do with my how much I weigh. So if I don't feel good about who I am as Dorcas Chandler, it has nothing to do with intellectual profile. Your intellectual profile could be way high. You could have a high IQ. But if you don't feel good about yourself, or if you allow people to dictate your emotional status by what they say, life can be a drag. Differences are across the board. And these are the things that I was really dealing with. And so, negative self talk is I'm talking when I'm not talking. In other words, in my mind, I'm saying things like, oh, they don't like me. I wonder why I don't fit in. Oh, I wonder why I'm different. I'm too short. I'm too fat. I'm too tall. I'm too skinny. You would be surprised. Everybody skinny has the same, not everybody, excuse me. Some people that are skinny has the same struggle as people who are overweight. Black people have the same struggles as white people. We all have struggles. It's how we handle them that will determine how we handle the differences in our life. Now, if we don't have the tools, which I didn't have the tools growing up to learn how to maneuver or to get through life with the way I think, then that's where we have the problem. But now that I'm really studying and researching differences and giftings, I see that if I'm looking in a negative manner at myself, not the way you look at me, because you may look at me in a negative manner, but if I'm looking at Dorcas in a negative manner, then differences will always be negative. No matter what I do, no matter the success that I have made in my life, no matter the people that love me, I only see so far because of negative talk. They don't like me. I wonder why. What did I do? Because when we start letting people define us as who we are, that's when we lose sight of who we are. We lose sight of who God has made us. God has made us all uniquely different. So my topic here today is celebrate. I'm going to make me a sign and it's going to say celebrate. Celebrate what? Celebrate the fact that you are you and you are creatively made by God and He made no mistakes. Now, sometimes, with this intense thinking, now I'm doing a study also on overthinking. Because what I'm learning is the more I'm beginning to learn about me and the way I think, it's making my life much better. And I'm like, wow, God, at a very old age. And I'm not that old, but I'm old enough. And I wish I had known these things earlier. That's a negative connotation because I can't go back. I can't change tomorrow. I can't change the way I used to think. But I can change. I can do something about right now. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm working on overthinking. Intense thinking, if you don't know how to control your thoughts, you will constantly be thinking. Somebody can say one thing and it can mean something totally different. Totally different. They're not even thinking what you're thinking. So what I'm trying to do, and I'm not there, but I'm working on it. What I'm trying to do is whatever you say, that's what I need to hear. Instead of trying, my mind says, Dorcas, they said that, but they really don't mean that. And you're talking. Self-talk. We're talking when we're not talking. My mouth don't have to be moving. But if yours is, and you're saying something to me, and I don't like it, guess what? My mind is talking. I'm talking inside of myself. All of us do it. All of us have self-talk. All of us have positive and negative. We all have it. So it's focusing on the fact that, yes, I do have a lot of different characteristics, and yes, I'm working on how I can be better. I have more days behind me than in front of me. So what's in front of me, I want to celebrate. And then I start looking at all the things that God have allowed me to do. Oh my goodness. All the people that he have allowed me to come in contact with. Oh my goodness. All the people that he have allowed me to hug and to encourage and to pray for and to talk to and to laugh with and to be in business with. Oh my goodness. All the songs that he have allowed me to write, to mix, all the gifts that he have given me. Oh my goodness. I just got there. I'm just looking back. I was just thinking, when I would go to the doctor and be sitting in the doctor's office and waiting for my turn and being able to talk to people and share with people, on vacation, being able to talk to people, laugh with people, love people. I love people. Oh my goodness. But when we're focusing in on the negative talk, and a lot of times it could be our environment. Sometimes people do not want us to excel, to be the best that we are, because they want to keep us entrapped in their situation. Oh my goodness. I don't care what kind of intellectual profile, IQ we have a lot to be thankful for. I mean, even with the coronavirus, and some people have lost their loved ones. I remember when my sister was in the hospital. She wasn't in there for coronavirus, but she was in there, and because of coronavirus, nobody could go in. And I would think about my mom and my dad, how that every time they went to the hospital, I was there. When they woke up in surgery, I was there. And I remember something that my sister had told me, and she told me to do it, and I did it, and then it didn't come out to be that way. So when I called the nurses station, and she told me that, no, that's not the way it is, and she said, Dorcas, you have to remember, your sister was coming out of surgery, and the medications and stuff will affect you. Oh my goodness. And then she said, and a lot of times what's happening with patients is when they wake up, they don't see nothing that they're familiar with. These are things that are happening right in our world right now. But the thing about even that was I was able to talk to her. I was able to talk to my sister. And I know how to pray. I know how it feels to not be able to get in to see your loved one. I don't know how it feels for someone to die with corona. I don't. But I know what death feels like. Nobody can tell me that I don't know what death feels like. But because we know a situation or a circumstance, life must go on. And if God has left us here, He's left us here for a purpose. And this year, this new year, may not seem like it's nothing to celebrate. Closing down your business, or it could already be closed. Problems in the marriage. Health issues. Testing positive. Having to go home. Lost wages. All of that. And I'm not minimizing none of it because I'm closing down my business. I'm not minimizing none of it. And I was laying in the bed and I was saying, God, what am I going to do about this, that, and the other? I have to put it on Jesus because things are different now. And so I'm not minimizing a struggle because a struggle is a struggle, especially when we're involved in the struggle. And a lot of times people say, I understand. You can't understand my struggle like I understand my struggle because we all process information differently. Well, Dorcas, what did you come to talk about today? Color me different. No matter what differences are, no matter what has happened in our lives this year, we're not even out of this year, but we're going into a new year. There's still something that we can celebrate. There is still something. We may have to look hard and dig deep, but there is something that we can find that we can celebrate and say, you know what? At least I still have this, or at least I still can do that. You know, the men that bring my grocery here, one man came and he said to me, I didn't ask him. He just said, you know, I made X amount of dollars today. And it was early in the morning, like 9 o'clock. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah. He had a job. He lost his job. They shut it down for Corona. So what did he do? He picked up delivering grocery. And you know what he told me? He started as early as they'll let him. And he worked as long as they'll let him. And he told me he's making more money than he was making at his regular job. We have to learn to be creative in this season. It's not over. It's not over. It might not be like it used to be, and it may never get back to that. But we have to try to figure out some ways that we can do things different. I have something in my mind, and I can't share it. But this is what I want to say. I ask God to help me every morning that I wake up, not to focus on my differences, not to focus on that I'm gifted and I'm strange. People think I'm strange. They think I'm crazy. They think I don't know what I'm talking about. None of that junk. But God, when I wake up in the morning, let me celebrate. Celebrate what, Dorcas? Celebrate life. And I tell you, when I change my heart matter, the heart, the place, the seat of our affection, the place where we be thinking about a lot of different things. When we begin to change there, then we could change our destiny. And you know what? I've had a wonderful life. Not had, I'm having a wonderful life. Because the best is yet to come. And I'm not going to let people dictate what's coming. Yeah. I'm not going to let it happen. Because I know the giftings that are inside of me. And they don't belong to people. They belong to God. So when we get our minds and our hearts rechanneled back on who we are and off of people, then I believe that we can celebrate. And our celebration will be real. And in 2021, we're going to say, I don't know how we came through it, but it had to be God. Because we still are alive and well. And even if the unexpected happens, all I want to know, and I ask God, God, let me live like I'm dying. Let me treat people the way I want to be treated. That's what I want. I don't want deception in my heart. I don't want to be saying one thing to you and it's something else. I don't want that. I don't want to be a liar. I don't want that. I want to be true to my friends, to my family. Yes, I do. But more than that, it's time for Dorcas to be true to herself. So celebrate. Find something in 2021 to just celebrate. You know, I give out my calendars here where I live, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the friends that I meet because of a calendar. I'm grateful. I met another lady the other day. She's new here. I'm grateful that God gave me that opportunity to do. Because when my mom and dad were sick and I had to move back home, I had to find a way to make some money. And that's when I started making calendars so that I could pay my phone bill and my Kaiser bill. And God let me do it all up until these years. And I'm grateful. And I'm thankful for this year and all the years that God has given me. And most of you know, if you don't know, that I'm retiring from the calendars and a lot of different things that I'm doing. I'm only going to have a couple of websites on my server. And then I'm going to be writing. And I tell you, we're getting ready. And I don't know if I should say this yet, but I'm going to say it. We're getting ready to start a virtual exercise class. Oh, yeah. I'm getting back to my exercise. I'm getting back to eating right. I'm getting back to saying no about eating out. Because I am worth it. I know how it felt when I was doing what I was doing. I know how it felt when I could go to bed and not be in as much pain as I was in because I was doing my exercise, my stretches. Now, check it out. We're going virtual. You're going to be able to see me doing exercises. You got to sign up, and it's going to be for women only when we first start. And we already got people that have already want to join the virtual exercise class. And I'm going to do it. So what are you going to do? I'm going to change my office around, and I'm going to make it a place for exercise. And in the background, I'm going to buy this banner. Got to see how much it costs. And you know what it's going to say? It's going to say, celebrate. Not celebrate a carrot or broccoli. Because we got to understand why we do what we do. If we don't understand why we do what we do, we will always revert back to that old habit. And so I'm excited. I already got people that's going to join me. And I got a couple other things I got to buy. I already got my tennis shoes. I already got different things. And I'm going to go online, and we're going to have a virtual exercise class under dorcasgazelle.com, and we're going to exercise. So what does that mean? I don't have to do it alone. See, that's what I need to change. I need to change trying to do it alone. So what I'm doing is I'm inviting people into my world. Might be scary at first. Oh, they're going to see you looking like that. It's me. It's me. And so I'm excited about the next phrase in my life. And there is a next phrase. Even if it's just for today, there is a next phrase. So I'm excited about Dorcas Gazelle. I'm excited about what my doctor taught me about eating. Not only eating, but to come to the doctor because I wouldn't be going to the doctor. But there's things that I've been taught medically that she'll never know. But this is what I want to say. We have to get our health in order. We really do. Especially with all this stuff that's going around and going on. And you need to talk to your doctor about vitamins. I take vitamins. We got to get good sleep. There's a lot of things that we need to try to do to help ourselves during this pandemic. And, trying to be the healthiest people that we can be. I just ordered a lot of stuff from the health food store. I'm going back to where I was. No, that's not correct. I'm going forward from where I am. I'm not going back. I'm going forward from where I am. That's a better statement. Because if I'm trying to get back, I'll never get back there. So I got to move forward. And that's what y'all have to do. Move forward. Hey, I love you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I want you all to know, those of you that have listened, those that have gotten my calendars, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And I know that this year has a lot of uncertainties. Yes, it does. We're going into a new year. But one thing we can also try to be is a better person. This has been Dorcas Chandler at dorcasgazelle.com. And if nobody have told you today that they love you, I love you. God bless you. God keep you. Be safe in 2021 is my prayer. Bye-bye. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Oh, I was lost, but now I'm found. 'Twas blind, but now I see. Oh, 'twas